next mission. Coliseum. Okay, this is the mission that is a little bit
My contacts tell me that Starfleet has rejected my request for military assistance. That is regrettable, but not unexpected. The Tal Shiar are formidable opponents, as are the forces directing their action. I understand why the Federation would hesitate to engage them directly. So today I appeal to you, not as an ally in battle, but as a person of compassion. My people need your help. I need your help. One of our ships was carrying a load of Thalaron weapons through the Nopada system. That ship has disappeared. There are no indications there was a battle. It's as if my ship and its cargo simply vanished. I know you have your reservations about the lengths to which I will go to secure the freedom of my people. Tell me, if you do not trust me with Thalaron weapons, do you want Hakiv to have them? I can provide you with the last coordinates of the vessel. Please help me. Do what you will with the weapons, if they survive. But find my people.
very good. Riemann prototype covariant shield array. Now that is a very good shield, except for the sake of YouTube VODs, Crimson XX Oblivion was asking if I would mind him tagging along for leveling. Sadly, I had to decline his generous offer because I don't really feel comfortable playing with people on stream yet. I offered him some tips instead, and his opinion is, I'm fine with tips, I don't need tips, I've been playing this for a long time. And I completely agree with that, I know the feeling. I've been playing this game for... On Steam I have 1,200 hours logged, and I still don't know all of it though, mostly because of this arcane skill system. But yeah, I know the feeling, so I hope you didn't take that as any form of offense, Crimson. He's leveling an engineer himself. Where did your hair go? It went to hair heaven, Nikoni. Trying to channel a little bit of Picard, maybe a little bit of Vin Diesel, but mostly it's like I've only recently begun to wait a minute, let's see, where do I need to go? Okay, set course. So I've only recently begun to do webcam on my stream, and after a while of staring at my own receding hairline and barely anything there, I just decided to go full Picard on it, so let's see, Coliseum is next. We also have a new officer that we can choose. Why did you... Oh my god. I hate it when the ship stops when you engage certain dialogues. So we'll save that for later. His hair vanished, yep. My hair was actually Romulan and it cloaked. It will ambush us when we least expect it. Maybe it's Tal Shiar even. My hair was a Tal Shiar double agent. Oh my god. Okay, Nopada system. More than 60% of the landmass on Nopada Prime is classified as desert. The most temperate areas of the planets are on the coast of the Tekare Ocean. Tekare? Okay. But violent tides make most of this land uninhabitable. The fauna of the Nopada Prime have adapted to life on this harsh planet, where daytime temperatures can soar to more than 48 degrees Celsius. Damn! Romulan cloak with battle cloaking abilities, indeed. You need to shave as well for Picard. Well, here's the deal. I am going full Picard hair, and I'm going 1/3 Riker on the facial hair. That's my plan. Enter the Nopada system. Am I sure this is where I need to go? Okay, good. I always get a little bit paranoid when it doesn't say begin mission name on the thing that I need to engage on the system. OP hair. Yeah. They're gonna nerf my Romulan battle cloaking hair in the next patch because too many people are bitching about Romulan battle cloaking hair. It's completely unbalanced and unbalanced in PvP, and you also can't buy it from the cash shop, so Cryptic aren't even making any money off of it, so they have no interest in keeping it OP. My hair apparently also allegedly has Thalaron weapons with it. Well, now we're getting out of hand. Captain, I'm not reading any active vessels on scanners. There is, however, a debris field nearby. It's clustered around a satellite in orbit of the planet, and the composition of the debris corresponds with ships that have gone missing in this region. I'll keep scanning, sir, but we'll need to take a closer look before I can determine if there are Thalaron weapons on one of the hulks. Spoilers, there aren't any. Investigate the destroyed ships. Okay, there we go. Power to weapon. Derelict Hulk. Scan the ship. Hair aileron weapons. Oh my god. The puns. I love it. Captain, I'm not detecting the vessel that Obisek sent us to find, but all of these ships in this debris field show signs of being affected by the same thing. A high-frequency energy beam that overloaded all of their systems. If the Reman's ships was hit by that beam, it might have crashed into the planet's surface or gone adrift somewhere else in the system. I'm detecting energy readings from the satellite, sir. If the Reman crew detected them as well, they could have tried to use it to record a distress signal. We'll need to be closer before I can attempt an uplink with the satellite's communication array. Hello. Well, I do like the purple. Actually, the lighting effects right now are really cool. Look at that. Sweet. Love it. Short story. I have a fixation with lighting effects in games. I don't know why, but even if the textures suck and everything else sucks, I will always try to put the lighting effects on maximum. I don't know why, but it's been happening ever since I played Neverwinter Nights. Scan satellite. Captain, we're stuck. This beam is holding us like a fly in a spider's web. We've managed to keep life support and environmental systems active, but almost everything else is offline. Shields, weapons, engines, nothing works. I'm not detecting any life signs on the satellite, sir, but there is a compartment with life support. The systems operating the beam must be automated. The chief says we have enough power in the backups for one transport. Recommend we send a team over to that satellite and find a way to turn the beam off. Now, do you actually need power in order to launch a photon torpedo, though? Because if it were up to me, I would photon torpedo that satellite into oblivion. Okay, continue beam to satellite. Full away team seems like. Okay. Gonna have a little bit of a puzzle section here, which not one of the more entertaining puzzles in the game, if I recall correctly. Sometimes I wonder, like, all of these numbers that you see on displays and stuff in Star Trek, how are the actual crew members trained to read all those numbers out? Let's pretending that it's not just for show. That's a lot of numbers. Anyway, Captain, the consoles here appear to control the beam that is draining power from the Grotius, but there is a security lock preventing access. We need to find a usable console. Access the satellite's computer network. Continue. Very good. Find a way to access the computer consoles. Maybe I'll get an engineering options. I would love to. Access satellite operations. Blah, blah, blah. Operational state. Locked online. Access satellite operations. Console. Console is engaged in another operation. Sure, let's scan some. Trionium. Trionium? It's tri and it's onium. Probably a triple kill. No, it's not. It's a bad joke. Okay, so we have another console over here. Engaged in another operation. One other anomaly. Nobody cares. No. We have this console over here. Yeah. There we go. This console doesn't appear to be locked like the others. Whoever did this must not have thought that the console used for inventory control was important. I think I can access a back door into the rest of the satellite's programs from here. Ooh, fancy hacking magic. I see the problem. The Romulan consoles are causing a lockout by forcing the satellite's primary processors to run through a series of equations and removing key bits of information from the answers, which causes the processors to lock up. If we can solve these equations and input the correct information directly into the consoles, the security lock on the satellite's controls should be released. I've downloaded the corrupt equations onto this console for you to work on. If you need help, consult the bridge officers. Excellent. Time for math. On stream, which is always a bad idea. Okay. Now, I think a funny thing here would be that I can just cycle through the numbers and just stop at the green one. Oh no, I can't. Okay. The lock in position. So we have 9, we have 7. Cycle right. It's gonna get more complicated. Oh, I missed 7. Lock in position. It's gonna get more complicated when we start getting into multiplication and parentheses. Answer is 42. I'm not really familiar with Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy, honestly, but I think that's a reference from there. I should get to that sometime. It's always been a regret of mine that I haven't read that, or at least watched the movie. So we have 8, 4. 2 minus 7 is 5. Carry the 1. 4 minus 9 is 5? Maybe. Come on, where's the 5? There we go. 59 times 49. Fuck. I don't like to multiply on stream. 9 times 9 is 81. Oh my god. I haven't the faintest clue. 1, no. 0, no. 9, there we go. Very good. I haven't done manual multiplication of multiple digit numbers in over 15 years. And I will need to write it down anyway. Crimson asks, do you want a free ship that I don't need? I appreciate the offer, but probably no. Probably no. What ship is it, though, anyway? Just curious. Yes, I will just... Nikoni suggests just click through them and till it goes green. Yeah, pretty much that's what I'll do. 30... Oh my god. Oh my god. Cycle to the next set of equations. This is where I would need the Windows calculator. Oh my god. Oh my god, beard. There we go. Puzzles are being solved right here, right now. APU cruiser. Pull it out of the lockbox myself. I don't know what the APU cruiser is about. I've heard of it about the lockbox, but I'll look into it during the break and see if it's any good or if it's expensive. But generally no. Thanks for the offer though. Vodvor Manassa is also in the lockbox. No, I really wanted the Voth Bulwark. No, what the hell? The big Voth Dreadnought that was in the Voth lockbox. I really would have liked that for an engineering character because of the ability it has. It's been a long while since I've looked into it. I think it basically resurrects itself, doesn't it? Which is so fucking broken. Exit. Captain, we've solved the equations that were causing issues in the other consoles. Now we need to plug those correct values into the console controlling the security lock, and then we should be able to access all of the satellite's major operations. Oh, well, if it's not expensive, I can just grab it off the exchange anyway. If it's below 5 million, I can afford it. I have played this game for a while. Okay, let's see where... let's see if we need to do anything at the console here. Usually... oh, well, whatever. Usually, lockbox ships are one that's really expensive, and maybe a whole bunch that are really inexpensive because they're not really rare. I think the inexpensive ones usually go for about 300k a piece, so not too stressed about it. Looks like Stargate ship, eh? Ooh. Oh, the floating pyramid thing? I've seen that around. Could be cute. Long-range scanners. Overriding selection algorithm, ship identification process, overriding friendly safeties, forcing target selection, automated blah blah. Here you go. Passcode correct. Oh, it turned off. Your ship isn't good enough, Crimson. Get the fuck out. Kappa. Oh my god. Okay. Captain, this console controls the satellite's targeting functions. I'm not sure if there's a way to disable whatever it is that is disabling systems on our ship, but if we can get this satellite to target something else, we may have a chance of prying our ship free. Okay, please select an option. Access long-range scanners. Expand scan range to 1,000 kilometers. New object identified. Derelict Hulk. Open ship identification program. You need to go in the middle. Derelict Hulk active. Derelict Hulk reclassified. Examine telemetric data for all identified targets. Derelict Hulk. Yeah, that's definitely telemetry, because you do telemetry with calculations instead of values, right? Right? I'm getting the Romulan Tier 6 command battle cruisers, says Crimson. I'm really holding out hope for a Tier 6 Tederadex. But if a Tier 6 Tederadex comes along, I am going to throw my money at it so fast. And by money, I mean Zen that I've gotten through dilithium grinding. Because 20 bucks for a ship? That's a bit outside of my current means. Return to main menu. Access targeting control. Direct Hulk as priority target. Good. Captain, the satellite has ensnared a piece of debris near the ship. Its stranglehold on us is weaker, but we are not out of the woods yet. Critical systems are stable, but we still don't have weapons or long-range communications. Fade to black. Oh? No? Okay. And run into that. And, you know, you'd think that I'm short enough to go through there, but apparently not. Sorry, Nikoni, your link was deleted because I still have that as a default setting. Yeah, sorry. I just left it on to prevent actual abuse. Until I get some mods or something, which will probably be a while, I'm gonna have to leave that setting on. Sorry. Access power generator, override consoles. Power save modes, disengage. Oh noes! We're doing filter bypassing with Crimson XX Oblivion. Power save modes, disengage, process priority order, overwritten. Okay, you get the codes. What, the console is still... oh my god. Okay, this one. Access power generator console. This console looks like it controls the satellite's power supply. Since we weren't able to free our ship by targeting something else, perhaps we can decrease the power to the satellite's weapon. Then the Grotius might be able to break free. Update power save modes. Economical. Set process priority values. Current priority values: life support, environmental, pulse emitter, beam displacer, targeting. Ooh. Restore factory default settings. Captain, we found that if the Grotius does not attempt to move or fire at the satellite, that it will engage a lower power version of the beam affecting us. It's almost like an energy saving mode. We can use that to our advantage. At least we won't have to worry about life support. We'll hold the ship stable and keep working on boosting power to critical systems while you try to disrupt the satellite's function and free us. Hello, Gamer Schweck. Gamer Schweck's opinions are that the Intel Tier 6 ships are good enough for him. I have heard very good things about the Intel Tier 6 for Romulans. Yes, indeedy. And by good things I mean that it's overpowered. Way too overpowered. Access satellite operations override console. Here you go, random equation number. And let's see what we can do here. Again, discriminating against short characters, but I have a fix. This console controls the satellite's general operations, Captain. We've managed to minimize the power output of the satellite. I think if we keep at it, we can switch the satellite's controls over to a sleep mode that will shut down everything but life support and power. Okay. Set satellite's operational state to off. And session. All over the ship we have weapons, shields, even the replicators are working again. Transporters are standing by, sir. We can beam you back as soon as you're ready. Return to your ship. Except... dun dun dun. T6 did not fed, and ROM, and I won't need anything else. Yeah. T6 Federation Dreadnought, I would love a tier 6 Galaxy or a T6 Deuteradex, definitely. I'm not so keen about a tier 6 Scimitar, though, because I don't really like the Scimitar that much anymore. Too fucking slow. To turn, that is. So where am I? I am in a cage, definitely in a cage. Wide pan, very nice, very nice, very nice. Not really. Now what? Now we raise the shields. Make sure you pick up a melee weapon. All of your gear is deactivated and I won't protect you in there. Now we fight. And you are prisoner 1478. Hello? Get a weapon. Pick up a bat'leth, lirpa, or sword. I'll take the bat'leth. Remember to equip your new weapon. Alrighty. Now I would love to engage the music, but VODs are going up on YouTube and it's gonna get claimed.
Commencing test 1. Nopadan Desert Akari entering testing area.
Okay. Just imagine this is the music that Kirk fights the Gorn and or some random Klingon on. Whichever you prefer.
Commencing test 2. Releasing warrigals now.
Oh no, it's warrigals. And do I have... Nope, disengaged. Don't have access to my mines, which means suckage.
Proceeding to test 3.
Mature Mugato, eh? At least it's not underaged. Oh my god, what are you doing there? Oh, yeah. I'm not very familiar with bat'leth combos, but you can do combos with a melee weapon. They're pretty fun. Oh, there we go. Got one. Oh, got smashed. Got smashed. Eh, out of range. There we go.
Prisoner 1478. Remain in the area for interrogation. Prisoner, return to holding area. Failure to comply will result in punishment.
Mucho el lasers. Return to your cell. Well, I guess I will. Apparently prisoner 1478 only helps people he likes, says chat. Okay, back to the cage it goes. I'm hoping we are not going to get to the part where it puts on the lotion, but might get banned from Twitch if it does. Wait to be let out. Oh, so it's Slamek. Okay, hello Slamek.
Leave me alone.
Sorry, but the quest actually says that I can't leave you alone, so suck it up and bear with it. Are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying being captured with a collar, some sort of a energy shock collar on your throat, and being forced to fight in an arena? And all of those scars, are you enjoying them as well? Slamek, how did you get here after the escape from installation 18? Oh, yeah, that's true. I remember you as well. It seems your prison break, however well-intentioned, just ended up the same way. It's enough to make me think that I keep picking the wrong side. After escaping the installation, I joined up with a freighter. We were passing near this system when we were snared by a satellite and drifted into the planet's atmosphere. The ship crashed, and even though I activated an emergency transponder to beam several of us to the planet's surface, we were captured almost immediately by a group of soldiers. Since then, I've been stuck in this cage, watching my former crewmates fight and die in this arena. Now I'm the only one left alive. That is all I know. What kind of soldiers? You said you were transporting weapons. What happened to them? You must be a terrible resistance fighter if you allowed your ship to crash on the planet. Okay, I'm being called out on creatively summarizing things from chat. So the actual quote was regarding prisoner 1478. Hey, wait a minute, that guy never helped me, he just stood and watched. So now we have the record straight. Okay. I'm assuming it's prisoner 1478, unless you mean someone else. Who is watching you, Nikoni? Do you need to go to the police? You said you were transporting weapons. What happened to them? Soldiers? What kind of soldiers?
It is too bright here.
Yes, that's true. I don't know who is responsible for this place. The trainers and guards all appear to be mercenaries without any clue about what's going on. They're paid to keep us in cages and look the other way. The night I was brought in, I was interrogated. There were bright lights in my eyes and a synthetic voice asking me questions. Whomever it was took care to conceal his identity. So you do know it's a him. How could you be so stupid? You've been here for a week. Surely you have seen something. Any idea what they want with us? Was that the first time you were interrogated? Nope. And we know it's not the first time he was interrogated. Any idea what they want with us?
I tire of this life.
I have no idea what they want with us or why they make us fight. This all seems like some sort of giant game, but there is no one in these stands to be entertained. Are there other prisoners being forced to fight? Am I the only person you've been paired with so far? You've been here a week. You should know more than this. Are there other prisoners being forced to fight?
I have lost everything.
Okay, I think there are others. I hear other fights. If there are other prisoners, I have never been able to contact them. We are kept separated and caged unless we are fighting. Is there any way out of here? Probably a dumb question. How many fights have you been in? Have you tried finding a way to contact the other prisoners?
Leave me alone.
I do not wish to continue talking with you. I'm sorry about what I said. Can we continue? I think you should apologize to me before we continue. It doesn't work. Talk to Slamek. Now I recall you were working on all those errands when we were attacked. Weird. I managed to escape on a shuttle and some of us signed on with a freighter. As you can see, things didn't work out so well after that. What? As a stevedore. What? To make ends meet. What happened after that? We were transporting a shipment of failure-on weapons. Blah, blah, blah. Any idea who brought you here?
It is too
I just want to get through
bright
this dialogue
here.
at this point. Any idea where? Blah, blah.
I tire of this life.
Good, good. I don't really like when the characters give random speech blurbs, random little short lines that have nothing to do with the text. It's not really adding to anything. Are there other prisoners? Am I the only person you've been paired with? I have had several partners in my battles. You're the only one about which I have been questioned. You must have impressed our masters. I know you have impressed me. Oh my god. Are we the only ones
I
here?
have lost everything.
How many fights have you been in? Too many. Are you telling me that you can't handle a little bit of violence? Do you know of any way past the defenses? The trainers carry key cards. That's the only way I know how to get through the defenses. Do you think we can get one of those cards? Can I trust you? No. Actually, yes. Because we have to progress this quest. I can see that we think the same way, friend. No, we don't, but I need to progress this quest. A few years ago, I worked as a bodyguard for a Ferengi merchant. This guy has quite an adventurous life, by the looks of it. He had a talent for acquiring latinum, and during my time with him, I learned a few things. I was able to lift a keycard from one of the trainers during my interrogation. If you help me, I think we can overpower the guards and escape through the main door in the arena. Escape with Slamek. Okay, let's go. This particular quest is quite tedious for me. It's so long too. Like, you need to go do the satellite, you need to go through this arena phase. Yes, yes. There's some weapons there to taunt you. What are those weapons over there? I've never seen those weapons used before by anyone in the arena. I think the mercenaries who act as the occasional guard thought that those weapons might actually be worth something, unlike the beat-up ones they let us use. My best guess is that they're looking to sell them at some point when their contract here is up for some extra money. But until we find a way to get past these force fields, those weapons don't really concern us. Oh my god. Okay. Then there is the arena phase, and then there is the escape phase. Hello.
Test scenario 4 activated. A Hala released.
And I hate this particular fight. Hello, giant worms. Hello, Mr. Skeleton, how are you? Looks like Mr. Skeleton was stabbed in the... That's not the heart, that is the right lung. Okay. Unless he was a Klingon. Klingons have a heart on either side, don't they? I forget my Klingon biology. Okay, so now we're getting to the part where he just stands there and watches, like Nikoni said in chat.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Excellent. Very exciting. There's a charge range. Apparently I'm not in it. There we go. I'm not going to stop to collect resources at this time. Fancy, fancy combo. Okay, now comes the hard part. Defeat the Ihalach worm. Use the consoles on the sides of the arena to fight the Elder Worm. I don't want to fight the Elder Worm, I want to go home. Here we go, console. Pew 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 pew. Where the fuck is the next console? Oh, well. Yes, charge range. Personally, as far as melee goes, I prefer the Nukara set. If you know the Nukara reputation set, They have a really fancy sword that has good stats, but also absorbs energy damage directed at you for extra damage, and it has a special ability if you have the entire set, which is really good for boosting melee damage. I actually prefer that over ranged if I have enemies that support that type of engagement. But I'm still not that good with combos. I just kind of hit things with my sword, and if they go down, they go down. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you and your spit, saliva, acid bullshit. There you go. There's another set of consoles by the metal wall. Use them while the worm is distracted. Distracted by what? What metal wall? There, okay. I'm running fast. I'm running very quickly. Not quite. The consoles are not activated. What the fuck? You led me astray, random dude I don't really barely know. Oh my god. Yeah. Pick regenerative spice or herb or whatever the fuck that is. It's a shroom. It's probably a shroom. Okay. Probably need to clear these out first. Oh my god. Can't run, can't roll, can't rock and roll. Regenerative shrooms, thank you. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Need to get some more shrooms. Oh, oh, jeez. And that guy just stands there and doesn't die, of course. Nice combo. Ouchies. Do I have any more shrooms? Seems like we're all out of shrooms and I need some because I'm dying. Shit. Come on. Ah. What do you need me to do? Use the console. What console? The consoles are not working. Fuck. I can't attack this guy. What the balls is going on here? Free the prisoners. What? Ugh. Use those consoles, maybe. There we go. Fucking asshole.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Okay, free these prisoners.
Enemy
Now we go to those consoles. while these prisoners die. Though they didn't even get hit. They didn't even get hit, but they died anyway. Okay, good. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. So janky. Escape the arena. Very good. Let's just get the fuck out of here. Romulan base here. What did they want with us? And what is that device? It's an Iconian gateway. Let's see what the logs say. Gateway console. It appears as if whomever created this laboratory has rigged controls to an Iconian gateway. You might be able to pull some information off the logs. Access communications. Most recent communication. Our master's patience wears thin, Hakiv. The time grows short, and still you have not provided all of the species data that they require. Are you having trouble acquiring targets? I provide you with the necessary technology to modify the satellite in the Nopada system, but your little snare is slow. What we need is more test subjects. Perhaps a small colony would be enough. I will contact you again to work out the details. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Access transport logs. Last 5 destination: Nopada, Base Delta, IRV, Leachval. The Leachval, I think, is Sila's ship, isn't it? Brea 3, Dera 4, and Fihar Listening Post Gamma. I see. Access gateway controls, biometric signature mismatch, access denied, gateway shut down in 10 seconds. Would have been too easy. Climb through the west pipe, eh? Some real weapons. What real weapons? My real weapons are unlocked. Okay, fine. Access console. Project Decimation. New subject, Captain Grimo. What? Dude, I have a name. At least get it right. What the fuck? Well, thank you, Star Trek Online. You deleted my captain's first, middle, and last name. What the balls is that? I'll pull up the exact spelling. I have it written on a notepad. I'll pull it up in a little while during the break and replace that stuff. Project Decimation. Captured from the USS Grotius. Initial analysis: subject's threat level is high and risk of escape or intervention in testing is elevated. Notify Colonel Hakiv and escalate to level 6 trials. Access test parameters. Project goal: to develop a matrix of Alpha Quadrant species. We must determine which species can be pitted against one another for maximum devastating effect to each. Tests will not be limited to sentient species, as the Iconians have technology that will allow us to effectively introduce new flora and fauna to alien worlds. Research observations. Honored Master, it will take some time to complete my report, but I have a few personal observations for you that may prove useful. Please consider them when you make your plans. Humans and Klingons show the greatest proclivity towards fighting when there is no chance for victory. Breaking a Vulcan's emotional control will usually render him helpless. They have no ability to process the emotions that they so zealously suppress. Bajorans will fight to the death to defend homes or loved ones, but they may reject a fight that doesn't threaten what they hold dear. Betazoids will detect betrayal almost instantly, but their telepathic senses can be overwhelmed by extreme pain or violent thoughts. This can allow an infiltrator to escape their notice. Sorry. A possible wedge to break the Klingon Empire may be the Gorn. More than 77% of Gorn captives chose to help another Gorn before assisting a Klingon, even if that choice resulted in the death of the Klingon. Hirogen are formidable in single combat, but their fractured society reduces their threat level significantly. I have been unable to separate a Trill symbiote from its host for separate study. 2 attempts to implant a symbiote in a host from another species have failed. Both the symbiote and the host died within hours. Undine are quite interesting. I request more time to study this race in greater detail. Access records for prisoner 1478. Captured along with a small group of Riemann soldiers by Desert Patrol. Interrogation inconclusive. Recommend use of holographic conditioning. Single combat test. Subject was wounded on 4 occasions but survived all tests. Recommendations: prisoner 1478 may be a suitable subject for team testing or alternative study. Forward data to Colonel Hakiv for evaluation. And personal log. They've contacted me again. My associates have 2 tasks for me now. First is the destruction of the Riemanns. I understand their anger. The Riemanns are attempting to rise above their station. They're mindless slaves, and they need to respect their betters. Taris was able to control them. After Starfleet captured her, the surviving Riemanns developed delusions of self-worth. This troublemaker who calls himself Obisek. Who is he to tell them that they can be free? Does a beast of burden have the right to choose its own destiny? Says Hakiv. If the problem were not so irksome, it would be almost comical. I will present Obisek's broken corpse to the Iconians in tribute. They will reward me richly for my loyalty. The second task will take more effort. The Iconians want data. They want the species of the Alpha Quadrant tested until they break. They want to know their weaknesses and how to exploit them. They want to see their strengths and know how to destroy them. Well, I will admit that I take no little pleasure in this task. It will be quite entertaining to make some of those self-righteous humans turn on one another, or push one of those blustering braggarts from Konos until he begs for death. Oh, and the Vulcans. I will make the Vulcans weep, and I will savor each tear. Your tears, they taste delicious. I forget the actual quote. I know of an abandoned Coliseum in the Nopada system. We can find a way to lure test subjects there. It will take time and effort, but I am confident I can do what the Iconians want. Comically evil in every way. Our dear Hakiv. Of course. And if you asked him about religion, he would probably be all for another crusade. Let's see. Climb through the West Pipe. Very good. Climb through the West Pipe. Onward to the more tedious part of this quest, because it wasn't tedious enough already. Let's see. Hello everyone in chat. If you are just a little bit shy, don't hesitate to talk to the other viewers or myself. It makes the experience much more enjoyable. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Don't worry about it. Server not responding. Okay, waiting for the inevitable boot to the rear quarters. At which point I will have to probably switch screens immediately so you don't see any information that you shouldn't. Because Starfleet Online. Okay, you're loading, still loading. 7, you know, that's a good download rate, but you're still loading. Still loading, it doesn't even look like it's halfway done. Any day now. Okay. There we go.
Too bright here.
It's actually nighttime, Slamek. Watch out, there are Romulan Scorpion fighters overhead. They're looking for us. We need to move quickly and smartly to avoid detection. I recommend we head to the east. See that mountain in the distance? No, I don't. I don't because I'm blind. That's one mountain. That's a moon. Ooh, looks cute. Okay, there are Romulan Scorpion fighters, blah blah blah. See that mountain in the distance? My ship crashed on the other side. It may have something we can use to signal your vessel. The search for us will only get more intense the longer we stay here. We need to get away from the arena as quickly as possible. Yeah, gotta love STO. Like, it would be such a good game too if only they fixed a few minor issues, like all the bugs and the skill system. You just need to make it so I can see what impact they will have on my skills before I press accept. That's all they need to do. Sadly, no. Now let's go onward to the tedious first section of the tedious desert section. Haven't seen this mission since 2013. Well, thumbs up for you. You did the right thing. Oh my god. Run away from the arena. Run the fuck away. Run the fuck away. Run away. Take cover in rock formation. If you insist. There's a fighter heading straight for us. Quick, take cover in those rock formation thingamajiggers. Stay still and wait for the fighter to pass overhead. It definitely didn't see us. Most assuredly. Yes, quite. They didn't see us. Let's move on. Very good. I can't go on. My injuries from the arena are too painful. We need to find a place to rest for a moment. Okay, Slamek. You know, the story of this particular mission wouldn't be half bad. It's just a little bit too long. Maybe if they would have made it a two-parter or something, it would have been a little bit better. Talk to Slamek.
I tire of this life.
Alrighty. Forgive me, my friend, but the pain. I need to rest just for a moment. My wounds. It is agony. I fear that the worm's venom may have infected me. The pain is excruciating. My vision is blurred and my blood burns in my veins. Before we were captured, my science officer said that the local plants here had medicinal qualities. Please, I need your help. Find something to ease my suffering. I need something to disinfect my wound, something to treat my fever, anything that will ease my pain. Also, I need some weed to smoke. Thank you, my friend. I know that I would have died today if it weren't for you. I would have died of boredom. Now get me my weed. I'll see what I can find. Scan the plant. Does it have hallucinogenic effects when smoked? If no, I don't give a shit. Has analgesic qualities. I don't give a shit. It won't be as strong as anything you have in the medbay. Yada yada, blah de blah de blah, blah de blah de blah de blah. Continue. Scan this plant. Looks psychedelic enough. This plant looks like it would work as an antipyretic. That doesn't sound like it's drugs. Hayden says, I love space combat. I'm not a huge fan of ground combat. I actually really like the ground combat after the new kit overhauls. Almost more than space combat. Some missions though, oh my god. Great. I'm really happy that this plant has medicinal properties. Let's scan this other one. Weed, you say? I know a guy, says Hayden. Well, let's keep it between ourselves, okay? We'll talk after. Napodan Desert Plant. This plant looks like it would work as a disinfectant. It is astringent enough to clear out any possible infection. Blotty, 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 blah, blotty, blotty, blah. Continue. Collect seed pod. Very good. Give me those plants. Collect herbivore. Very good. I wonder what Picard would have done in this situation. Would he have collected the plants that he actually doesn't really know anything about? Or would he have done something different? Seed pod sample. Anything else? Hayden says, only recently noticed the Undyne Advance arc is gone. Was one of my favorites. It's gone? What? I didn't notice. Can't say it was one of my favorites, but I'll have to check now that you say, yeah, that you mention it. Thinking about it though, which one of these story arcs is one of my favorites though? I don't have any favorite story arcs. I do like the Deep Space Nine story arc a little bit. That's kind of engaging. Yeah, that's a good one. I remember the Undyne story arc though. I'll have to check. Okay, bark samples. Woof, woof, motherfucker. Back to Slamek. Regarding orbital strike, by the way, I would really love to get that. There's a lockbox trait that lets your orbital strike be a seeking beam instead of just a one-off. Problem is the lockbox, the particular reward pack that contains that trait. It's going for about 5 million a piece right now, I think. And yeah, not sure if I really want it that bad. Talk to Slamek.
It is too bright here.
Okay, thank you, my friend. I'm feeling better now. I think I can continue. I haven't even given you the drugs yet, so... Okay. Head to the canyon entrance. Time for some more exciting walking. Walk, 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 walk. Coincidentally, walk is the Romanian sound for what a frog does. The frog sound. Walk, 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 walk. Walk, 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 walk. Now that we're in the canyon, we shouldn't have to worry about the fighters anymore. Just keep the local wildlife. Keep your eyes open. Fuck your trionium gas. Don't need it right now. Yeah. Retrain tokens. I'm leveling this toon up with a temporary subscription, so I'm gonna get some automatic retrain tokens, thankfully. But I know the feeling. Okay, let's test out this new Romulan plasma pistol. Okay, Slamek, you just went in there, didn't you? Pew, 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 pew. Not as satisfying as the hand phaser. Eh. Oh, I'll stick to that. Let's see. Follow the canyon. Yep. We're gonna get there eventually. I swear. Maybe. Sometime today-ish. Let's see if we can orbital strike without causing aggro first. Nice! Okay, good. I know that the mortar targeting actually causes aggro, so sadly can't use that to pre-initiate. Okay. Now, I remember a particular bug that happens here. If Slanek gets eaten by a worm, we might not be able to progress further. So let's hope Slanek does not get eaten by a worm, which would happen somewhere around there-ish. Last time I... fucking hell. Move on, don't look. Okay, the weather isn't going to hold out for too much longer. We should look for a place to spend the night. I've also noticed that there are some things we can gather along the way to make... yeah, so the wood gathering section is where Slanek will get eaten.
I have lost everything.
The search patrols are moving up, Grimo. We will not survive a night in this desert. We need to find shelter and safety. If we can scavenge provisions to create a camp, then we will have a better chance for reaching the wreckage of my ship alive. What do you need? I don't know about you, but it has been many hours since I last ate. Our captors gave us just enough food to keep us alive, but I can hear a pack of wild warigals. I have killed hundreds of warigals in the tests. I wonder what they taste like. I expect the warigals will probably lair somewhere near water, perhaps up on a ridge where they can leap down on prey. Let's both keep a lookout for somewhere that we might find them. Of course. Walk. Engineering, find food, defeat Warigal pack. Oh my god, yes, thank you. As tactical, I had to find stuff for a fire, which resulted in Slanek getting eaten by worms. Let's see what kind of amazing bugs we can find as an engineering officer. Sometime today, maybe. Depends on how fast we walk. We're getting there, eventually. Yep. Are we there? Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not there yet. Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not there yet. Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not there yet. Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not there yet. Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not there yet. Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not there yet. Are we there yet, Grimo? No, Slamek, we're not yet there. Are we there yet, Grimo? Fucking shut up, Slamek. Okay. Are we there yet, Grimo? I'm gonna kill you. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Okay, so the Warigals should be... This looks like a prime Warigal territory. A pack could easily hide in those craggy hills to the north and come down for water when they aren't hunting. Okay. How the fuck do we get there without bugging this guy's pathing? Can we do this? Looks like we can. Let's see, Warigals. Let's get a good orbital strike going on here. Do I need to talk to Slamek? No, I don't. I need a good orbital strike. I need some mines first. Come on, orbital strike, come on. I'm moving out of the way, fuck. I'll take it. Slanek, just move back, okay. Good. Bombs always solve everything. Carve Warigul meat. Feeding fellows, eh? That should last us through the night. Let's get into the cave before the temperature drops anymore. Are we... Shut up, Slavic. Camp out in the cave. We're just gonna have ourselves a good old-fashioned cave camp out. With the barbecue. Did anyone bring the sauce? No? Okay. The temperature is dropping rapidly. This cave should protect us from the elements. I've done some exploring. It looks like this cave continues through the... When the sun rises, we could save time and energy by using the passage instead of trying to find a path through, around the mountain or something. Excellent. That passage saved us hours of walking. This could be a good day, Slamic. Let's find your ship. Find Slamic's ship. My ship isn't far from here. I think I can make out smoke from the wreckage on the horizon. If it's still smoking, that probably means you only crashed here recently, which is not really matching your story. But okay. There she is. She wasn't much to look at, but she was ours. And when we were flying, I am going to jump off this cliff and die. Just for funsies. No, I'm not. Do I dare? I wonder if the water will break my fall. At this point, are we there yet, Grimo? No, we are not there yet. Leave me alone. Okay, it worked. It worked out. Fast way down. Find Slamic's ship. Cactus. Cacti. We should check to see if the emergency beacon survived the crash, but in the likely event it didn't, we might be able to piece together some components to create a makeshift emergency beacon, which is what we'll need to do. Look for a way to contact your ship. There is no way this vessel will ever fly again. The damage done by the fall through the planet's atmosphere is severe. If the emergency distress beacon wasn't vaporized in the crash, it's probably buried under 30 meters of rock and sand like the Singularity Drive and the cargo base. The Singularity Drive. You know, that sounds really dangerous, and I'm surprised this area is not more devastated. You do, however, find a backup generator with a minuscule amount of energy left. If you had the right components, you think you could construct a makeshift subspace beacon to contact your ship. You won't be able to do anything more than transmit a few pulses to let your crew know where you are, but it should do the trick. Find some thingamajiggers and some thingamabobs. We will be starting with the thingamabobs right over here. So, salvage thingamabobs. It's all technical terms, you understand. You wouldn't understand it unless you were a Starfleet engineer yourself. So, while I do actually know the process of making the subspace beacon myself, I'm sparing you the boring details of having to go through the equations and the technical terms. So, let's get the thingamajiggers. Of course. And then we will get the thingamabobs. Actually, we already got the thingamabobs, so we need thingamathingies. Okay, thingamathingies from here. Very good. Attach the components to the ship's power source. Rather, attach them to the toaster we found in here. And hopefully we will be able to toast via subspace with Morse code. Okay. Toasted toast is 1. Not so toasted toast is 0. Wait for rescue outside. I'm so surprised, said no one ever. Hello, Haki.
Did you think you could run from me? There is no place where I cannot find you. My spies are everywhere. Prisoner 1478, take your place. You did your job admirably. It is good to know at least one Reman understands who is the master and who is the slave. The loss of the listening post was a minor setback. The Reman's refuge in the Dera system has been destroyed. Dozens of subjects have been tested in my arena. When the Iconians return, they will find I have done all they have asked, and more. But you will not be there on that dreaded day. This tiresome game ends now. You could have been such a fascinating test subject, but this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best.
Uh-oh.
Ready?
Aim. Of course, the obvious. Saved in the nick of time. Well, that was the escape, the actual exit there is actually pretty
I
fun.
apologize for Slamic's action. I had no idea there was a traitor in our midst. If his actions caused harm to you or your crew, forgive me. That was not my intent. However, your trip to the Nopata system was not in vain. Now you see. Now you know. Hakiv is a pawn of a greater power. The demons of air and darkness are here. You should report to your superiors. Tell them what you have seen here. Open their eyes to the dangers that lurk in the shadows.
Alrighty, continue.
Congratulations, Captain.
Nice, level
Starfleet
36.
intelligence has completed.
Not yet. Okay, see you in the next mission.